Hello guys, this is Shiraz Amazing Videos. Review of the MG Cyberster. Is this electric, two-seat sports vehicle any good? The new electric two-seat convertible from MG. A format that debuted well in advance of the Polestar 6 and the electric Porsche Boxster, let alone the at this point near mythical Tesla Roadster. Additionally, the entry-level 335 horsepower model is much less expensive. It starts at £54,995, while the 503 horsepower model costs an additional $5,000. Since it has been available in China for a few months, we made the decision to try it out at SAIC, the owners of MG, at their house. In August 2024, it is scheduled to land in the UK. This car isn't particularly complicated, though. This product does not include solid-state batteries or confusing model ranges, which would increase the price and make it less appealing in this promising market. It's also potential, because, despite the apparent slowdown in demand for two-seat convertibles, the MG is the first of many high-end electric two-seaters on the horizon. It's a steal compared to some of them. There are two variants. The lighter sibling, with a 64 kWh battery and 316 miles of range, more on realistic ranges in a minute, is the smaller 335 bhp car with a 5.2 second 0 to 62 miles per hour time, a single motor, and rear-wheel drive. Then there's the high-performance variant, which mounts an additional 201 bhp motor to the front axle for 503 bhp, 535 pound-feet, a 3.2 second 0 to 62 time, and a top speed of 121 miles per hour. However, the 77 kWh battery in that version only provides 276 miles of range. Yes, in comparison to the entry car. In the meantime, the curb weight approaches 2 tons. They may be powerful, but this isn't a lightweight, two-seater vehicle for fun. Right. That could be because it's a red, two-seat convertible with essentially traditional dimensions. However, you can notice a slightly Eurocentric feel because it was designed in Marylebone, London, by a team under the direction of Carl Gotham. It's a long car that looks more like an F-Type than a BMW Z4, and at first glance, it can impress a lot of different brands with a quick glance. A hint of Jaguar, Porsche, or Alpine. You make the decision. However, it's actually really good in the metal. Not shocking, but if you look closely at the profile, it's seductive without being over the top. The one-touch roof blends in nicely with the back deck and looks respectable when it's up. It drops neatly into the back at the push of a button. Additionally, the electrically operated scissor doors add a little theatrical touch without becoming obtrusive. Additionally, they have sensors that prevent them from hitting you in the face if you approach too closely. The TG photographer tested this feature to see if he could capture a humorous image of the company's daring reporter taking a hard fall. They succeed, he fails. Once more, excellent. Those doors make access simple and are very helpful in small spaces such as parking lots and charging stations. Once inside, one finds ample space, beautifully designed and comfortable seats, and a well-thought-out sense of assembly. Neat panel fit and stitching. Excellent materials. A triplet of screens is situated in a multiplex in front. The left side handles information about the car, such as tire pressure and temperature. The middle section handles quick-use features, such as speed and current mode, and the right side handles multimedia and radio. Beside the gear selector switches, in the center, is another screen that controls the air conditioning. It's not especially smooth or attractive. The bank of screens is a little bit rectangular, but that is more a question of preference than practicality. Furthermore, the graphics are outstanding. It's true that switching between modes becomes a little gamified. The car's emblem in the center of the screen, for example, has wheels that flare up in sport mode or writhe in comfort mode. But overall, it's really well done. This is made possible by extremely high-quality processors and chips, which also provide excellent connectivity. The Cyberster is up there. Number 8-bit displays here. Chinese tastes are very much into integration with smartphones and general user interface stuff. Additionally, the hypnotic green throb that pulses while charging is reminiscent of a meditation app. Other matters? Although a yoke steering wheel is an option, I preferred the standard round one in this instance. There are several small pockets and cup holders, room for a few bags, and numerous different kinds of charging ports in the back. Even with the roof stowed, the boot is roomy. It's a well-designed vehicle that is more practical than some but still fits the bill perfectly. There are no shocking features. Yes, the crucial query. When we drove the least expensive, lightest, rear-wheel drive Cyberster, it was generally excellent. Particularly when in comfort mode, the ride quality is excellent both in town and on the highway, almost too smooth. Similarly, refinement feels classy and quiet when you're just cruising around, which is a little unusual for a convertible. It's true that you can gain an enhanced awareness of your surroundings. Not worse, but certainly not better than playing around with an engine note. Another surprise when it comes to speeding on a winding road is that the Cyberster is a well-organized and entertaining toy. You're always conscious that it's not the lightest, and the replies are a little languid. This is no Lotus Elise. But the notion that the comfort would turn into a pudding if you try to push doesn't happen. It's not the sharpest tool in the performance box, but it is a lot of fun to drive like a fast GT car. Although we're picky, we'd prefer a little more whip on turn in and a little more feel from the steering. But those are the kinds of things that can be tuned for a UK car. The fundamental handling qualities are neutral. As soon as you get used to using all 335 horsepower, the car is actually quite quick and has just the right amount of grip, or lack thereof, to make things interesting. It was a generous, manageable speed, but we couldn't figure out how to turn off the traction control entirely to find the absolute limit. It was in Chinese. And nobody wanted to be held accountable for letting us go crazy. Surprisingly, on the extremely winding mountain roads we were testing, the concept of the far more potent dual-motor variant with 536 bhp and 535 pound-feet really didn't appeal all that much. Some extremely fast electric vehicles have a rear motor that lives alone up back, while the front motor seems to be out there doing its own thing. They end up doing different things at different times and the car feels strange because there is no relationship to take advantage of due to the lack of a physical connection and a little unresolved calibration. And being abnormal does not inspire confidence. The dual-motor version will simply be faster. We're not sure, though, if driving on a very winding road will be preferable to using an EVs point and shoot acceleration until we give it a try. In general, impressive. Many things are appealing. After several charges, the Cyberster appears to have mastered the art of rapid charging. Since Han characters are difficult to read for someone from Lincolnshire, it was difficult to determine exact figures. However, based on our best guesses, a respectable charge averaged over 90 kilowatts. Additionally, the smaller 64 kWh battery provided us with a real-world range of 250 miles, which is sufficient for this kind of use. Official WLTP estimates indicate 316 miles for the smaller battery and 276 miles for the larger one. Obviously the testers believe you'll be deploying all 500 bhp plus on a regular basis. However, that is no more the case in real life than when a fast food restaurant's burger looks exactly like it does on the menu. That is an intriguing question, then. In contrast to how we typically think of sports cars, the Cyberster isn't really one. Although it has the correct shape and speed, the experience is different, more small GT. In terms of steering feel and satisfaction on back roads, the Boxster remains the top choice. But the Cyberster has a lot going for it if you're looking for something a little more laid back, intriguing, and with more options. Before the EV Boxster appears, this appears to be a fun, intriguing, and unique option from MG. However, we'll save our final judgment until we've driven the UK-specific cars.